ahead and get into those fabrics from the red hots to the orange slices. So all the fabrics in this video will be in the colors of red and orange. I figured putting them together because it's not a lot of reds and it's not a lot of oranges, and to keep the video as short as possible. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first fabric right here. So this fabric was picked up from Chazzy Afric on Etsy a little while ago. This fabric is no longer available. I picked up 6 yards of this fabric. Now what I plan on doing is making like a slip dress with this fabric. I want to use New Look 6653 View B on that fabric. On that pattern, but I want to bring the neck down about 2 or 3 inches to have it kind of like a low crew neck line or something like that. But then I also want to make McCall 7962 View B and D with the remainder of the fabric. So that's what I want to do with this. Anything that's left, I'm just going to make a wristlet or a crossbody bag for my daughter. Now, this fabric is sold out. But I think I seen this on Afric Clothing Store online. If I can find this fabric, I will link to it in the description box below. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. This fabric was picked up from, it's 3 yards of fabric, by the way. It was picked up from K Textile 19 on Etsy. Now, what I plan on doing with this is to make kind of like a button-down jacket. The pattern that I plan on using is New Look 6607 View B on that pattern because it's only 3 yards. So I'm thinking I could utilize this entire 3 yards to make that. But once again, this is from K Textile on Etsy. I know House of Mommy Wata had a similar colorway available. I will link to it below if it's still available. Let's move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. This fabric is called Fish Scales. You have seen this in so many different colorways. You have seen it in pink. I have had it in pink. You have seen it in purple. You have seen it in teal. You have seen it in gold or marigold. And now you're seeing it in red, okay? Now I picked this up, the 6 yards of fabric. I picked it up from Dose of Fabric on Etsy. It's no longer available, but if you're looking for any of the colorways, you could go to House of Mommy Wata below, and I will tell you what to search. If you look in the description box below, type in the word to search and you could see which colorways are available. If you cannot find it on House of Mommy Wata, go over to Afric Clothing Store because she does have, I know the teal is still available. I'm not, and the red, this color is available in her shop as well. So you could go over there and check them out. Now, I am not sure what I want to make with this fabric yet, but I'm thinking of a long duster, utilize this red, and then the band part, utilize some black. And then pair it with some shorts with that fabric because I did see the new Simplicity Summer drop. And there's like one pattern that I would consider doing for some shorts. Instead of doing them in pants, I would doing them in like some cargo shorts. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, but we will see what I'll do with this fabric. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. This fabric is called Spinderella. I picked this up from House of Mommy Wata. Now this fabric is available on Afric Clothing Store. I did check that and it is available. I picked up 6 yards of this fabric. Now I want to do 2 things with this fabric. The first thing I want to do is Butterick 6451 View C on that pattern. Just make a dress, but I want to shorten the length and the sleeves for sure. And what I'm going to do is add inseam pockets or side seam pockets on that dress as well. The second thing I want to do with this fabric is make a kimono. So I want to make a kimono, flare out the sleeves a little bit, and add some side seam pockets as well. Now I will be self-drafting that using my basic bodice sloper as well. But once again, this is 6 yards of fabric picked up from House of Mami Wata. Let's go ahead and get over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. I know I picked this up from House of Mami Wata. You guys have seen this before. So this fabric is called Electric Lira. It's no longer available. I'm not sure if Afrik Clothing Store have this fabric, but if she does, I will put it in the description box below. So you could go and see if that fabric is available. Now I plan on using one of the new Simplicity patterns from this year, early spring. Well, actually two, to make a two-piece set. Those two patterns are Simplicity 9688 and Simplicity 9689. So it is the jacket and the pants on those two patterns for sure. Now, once again, I picked this up from House of Mami Wata. I picked up 6 yards of this fabric. And yeah, that's what I want to make with this, a two-piece set. I think that would go really nice for this fabric. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric picked up from House of Mami Wata. This fabric is called Ivy. Now, I know what I want to make with it, but I do not know the pattern that I want to use. So let me show you guys this. I'm going to open it out for you guys a little bit. I picked up 6 yards of this fabric from House of Mami Wata. Now, this is going to be a top for sure. I don't know what I'm going to make outside of that top. I'm thinking of making a dress or a skirt, but I'm just not 100% sure for this one yet. But once again, I picked this up from House of Mami Wata. It's no longer available, but I think this fabric is available on Afrik Clothing Store online. If it is, I'll link to it in the description box below. All right. So once again, 6 yards of fabric picked up from House of Mami Wata. Let's go ahead and get over to the next fabric. So you guys have seen this fabric before. I picked up 6 yards, I believe, from Smurfette Fabric Shop, and then another 6 yards picked up from House of Mami Wata. Now, the difference between the two is the one that I picked up, this one right here, this one was picked up from Smurfette's Fabric Shop because you can see the navy blue on this fabric. Now, I did make a kind of like an elastic waist wrap dress that I did a sew along for, which was Simplicity 9041. I did that sew along probably 2021. I will link to it in the description box below and on the end screen, and I'll go ahead and put it up so you can see what that looked like for sure. I did a complete sew along for that. So this, what is left is about 7 yards of this fabric. Now I want to make a couple of things with this. I want to do McCall's 8100, and for that pattern, I want to do the top, but add some length, and then also do the pair of shorts as well. Add some pockets to the shorts, add some length to the shorts as well. And I think that would take care of majority of this fabric. The other thing I want to do is Butterick. The pattern is Butterick 6862. I gave that top that I originally did a sew along for to my sister, and I just want to make it again. So that's what I'm going to do with the rest of the yardage for this one. Now, I also picked up a similar version of this, but it's in black. So I'm going to show you guys that. I'm going to open it out. Now, this one is from House of Mami Wata. Now, instead of the navy blue, this is black right here. Now, what I'm going to do with this one right here, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I know I'm not going to even tell you what I'm going to do, simply because I really do not know at this time what I want to make with the remainder of this fabric. But once I know, I'll let you know. All right. So let's go ahead and move over to the orange fabrics that I have in my stash. So this is the first orange fabric that I have in my stash. I know I want to make a jumpsuit. I picked this up from House of Mami Wata a while ago, and I have told you guys before, and if you look in the description box below to my blue fabric, I have posted different colorways that you can get. Now I know this colorway is available on Afric Clothing Store if you want to purchase this one right here. But I plan on doing the jumpsuit. That jumpsuit is McCall 7768 for that jumpsuit, and I think it'll look amazing. Once again, I picked up 6 yards of this fabric from House of Mami Wata. Let's go ahead and get over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric picked up from House of Mami Wata once again. Now you guys know I had this colorway as well as a gray colorway. The gray colorway, I made a 2-piece set. Actually, I made a 2-piece set where I made New Look 6659 and McCall's 8161. I did that because I did that last year during the height of a hurricane getting ready to hit Orlando. So I finished it literally the day of the hurricane passing through that morning. And I think I called it like Hurricane Ian or something like that, 4-piece set. And I also made a Berta pattern that was a Gertie pattern. I'll put it all up so you're able to see that as well. Now for this fabric, I picked it up from House of Mami Wata as well. I'm not sure if this fabric is still available. I know I have seen this in like a red and gray on House of Mami Wata, but if I can see any different colorways, I will put it in the description box below. But what I want to make is I want to use this as part of my graphic tee collection. You guys will see this at a different time. But I want to make a skirt. So what I'm going to do is self-draft a skirt if I cannot find a pattern that I want, but I want to make a slit on the side. Okay, so it's a pencil skirt with a waistband with a slit on the side. That's exactly what I want to do with this, but this will be part of my graphic tee collection that you will see pretty soon. All right. But once again, this is 6 yards of fabric picked up from House of Mami Wata. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. This fabric was picked up from Wax Prints Lace and More. I picked up 6 yards of this fabric. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with this fabric. I do have a inspiration photo where it was like a slip dress with a ruffle at the bottom, but I have done that with the Reese pattern, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I love the lines on this fabric. So once I figure it out, I will definitely let you guys know. But once again, this is from Wax Prints Lace and More, and I picked up 6 yards of this fabric. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. I picked up, actually I didn't pick this up. This was gifted to me from Afric Clothing Store, 3 yards of this fabric. So I just want to make kind of like a jacket, right? And the pattern that I want to use is New Look 6231. View A on that pattern for this fabric. It's not much for this fabric. So I think that would be, you know, a good pattern to use up all 3 yards for. But once again, I picked up, well, I didn't pick it up. It was gifted to me, 3 yards of this fabric from Afric Clothing Store. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. This fabric was purchased from House of Mami Wata. I know it's a lot of fabrics from House of Mami Wata. But I've been rocking with House of Mami Wata since 2017. I've been rocking with, well, I have rocked with Afric Clothing Store. I have purchased here and there from her as well since 2019. And then, you know, I have purchased fabrics from Wax Prints Lace and More. I get around to all of them when I can, but you know, it just depends on who's selling it the cheapest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? You guys know I don't need to lie to kick it. But whoever has this cheaper is where I'm gonna go, but it needs to be quality fabric as well, right? So I picked this up from House of Mami Wata, 6 yards of fabric. What I want to do with this is I want to make a 2-piece set. I want to do a blazer, but I also want to do some pants as well. And those 2 patterns that I want to use, the first one is the jacket, Butterick 6862, view A on that pattern. And then I also want to do Brittany J. Jones pattern, which is KnowME 2002 or 2002. However you want to say it, 2002 is better to say instead of 2002. Okay, no. 2002, KnowMe 2002. View C on that pattern for the pants. I think that set would be amazing if I do say so myself. So that's what I plan on doing with this. But once again, it's 6 yards of fabric picked up from House of Mommy Watcha. Let's go ahead and move over to the next fabric. So this is the next fabric. This fabric is a bullseye fabric. I have showed you guys so many different colorways, okay? So this one is not available. It's sold out, but you can pick up different colorways from Afric Clothing Store if you are interested, or you could type in bullseye fabric on House of Mommy Watcha, whatever suits your fancy, okay? But this is 6 yards of fabric from House of Mommy Watcha. I plan on doing a Franken pattern. You guys know how I am with Franken patterns, right? So the plan is to use the bodice of McCall 7892, view B, but I want to use the sleeves of McCall's 8203 for that. And then I'm going to use my basic bodice sloper to create a pencil skirt to attach to it and have that slit. I may decide not to use my basic bodice sloper and use Mimi G pattern that I have done before, and I did it for the Ariel skirt when I did the Disney African Princess collection, and I believe that pattern is 8294. I'm going to put it up on the screen just in case I'm incorrect on that pattern. All right, but this was 6 yards of fabric. This is 6 yards of fabric, and it was picked up from House of Mommy Watcha. Let's go ahead and move over to the last two fabrics. So the next fabric is this one right here. It is 12 yards of fabric, okay? Once again, 12 yards of fabric. This was picked up from Dose of Fabric on Etsy a while ago, okay? So let me try to show you guys all of this nice, gorgeous beauty, all right? So there's only two patterns I'm going to use for all 12 yards. So the first one is a Vogue pattern. Yes, I did say Vogue, right? It is Vogue 1901, view B and view D. I like that, the shorts and that long duster. I think this would be amazing in that Vogue pattern. I also want to use the rest of the fabric to make the dress, which is a New Look 6373. I just think that that dress is more like a sundress. So I feel like that would be very nice in this fabric as well. But once again, I picked up 12 yards of this fabric from Dose of Fabric. Let's go ahead and get over to the last fabric. So the last fabric is this one right here from House of Mommy Watcha. This is Forest Through the Trees. I picked this up last year in 2022. I want to say I picked this up summer 2022, if I remember correctly. But this is available in a red and yellow, I believe, on Afric Clothing Store. I'm not sure if she still have it available, but I plan on doing a jumpsuit with this fabric. The pattern that I plan on doing is a Simplicity pattern, and that pattern is Simplicity 9700, which is a vintage pattern. I think that would go very well with this fabric. But once again, I picked up 6 yards of this fabric from House of Mommy Watcha. Well, that's all the fabric in the color red and orange, from red hot to orange slices. I hope you enjoyed this fabric. Thank you so much for watching this video. And since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.